everybody again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me I have Kage.
Hi there.
And Hog will be joining us later. We got a decent show planned for you today. We're going to talk about one of your favorites, and I've got one of my favorite, one of the favorite guys that's affiliated as far as with a Facebook group or Facebook group with this stock, and we're going to go over his board because he always has a lot of hottest information on the board, and we'll go and talk about that. But the first stock we're going to talk about is NSAV, NSAV, NSAV. Last tick was 0.186. Now, some people out there, they might be a little frustrated with this one, Kage, because, with market corrections and things like that, some people got out and some people gave their cheap stocks away. Some people hate talking about it, and when people talk about it, they're like, oh, you're promoting, things like that. No, just here for the long haul and just hanging out and waiting to see what's going to happen. So going into what would you say they do here, they're an integrated technology company that provides turnkey technology solutions to cryptocurrency, blockchain, and digital asset industries. The firm also provides a range of services such as software solutions, e-commerce advisory services, financial services, and information technology. The company was founded February 21st, 2007, and is headquartered in the People's Republic of Mountain Home, Pennsylvania. Going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at, Kage. What else do you have on the twits there?
I'm seeing a lot of bulls for this stock, but I also see a lot of frustration with some people that I can see through the comments.
Okay.
Like this one from Swift Scout. He says, NSAV, this is comical. Literally 3 post back-to-back, Hive Black. Stay patient, know what you hold, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
If you build, they will come. Know what doesn't this company get? If you show some dang paperwork with real numbers, they will come. Stop talking about promised partnerships and show the effing signed agreements, they will come. Be patient. Do they understand that this is a Resolutes-based industry? I feel like I'm begging to give us something concrete to hang our hats on other than prayers. We can go to church for that. This is starting to feel like the bar with the sign reading free beer all day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And this is a take from a real trader, and if you don't like what he's saying, well, he has his opinion, and it's a decent take. It's not that far of a reach of a bad take. So you're not going to get carry cooler talk about the stock. You're going to get straight up opinions from other traders that are out there, and we're going to read them to you there. Douglas Morgan, who has the most hottest information on this stock, and he's trying to let people tell him hold the line. We love following his information because he has great DD. Douglas writes, it's no secret I am angry over market conditions, and NSAV is attacked every trading day. Same is happening to most securities traded. This hurts the ability to rise in the share price. There may be a solution, and I am discussing it with NSAV. He says that, how would you feel about an NFT dividend, a one-time NFT dividend outside based on the number of shares you own, which forces shorts to cover? If there are synthetics, as most of us believe, they would also cover them, so this would also cause a squeeze, but they would start attacking us again as soon as it's over. They would require a quarterly tradable NFT dividend to keep the financial institutions from attacking us every day. I've asked NSAV to do it and recommend you contact them to provide input. Legal precedence has been set for them to provide an NFT dividend. So he's asking you to reach out and help him out there. So if you can throw you could throw Douglas a bone. He's trying to help you out. He's going to everybody and trying to get the information and word out. So you can help yourself with the stock by doing looking at that and check out if you want to go that route. So there is news about that. That's why we're covering it. First, Kage, go into the twits and go over that, and I will go over what the alphabets are saying, because it looks like Global Newswire has a plug about NSAV that we're going to talk about. We're not going into the website because we got like 5 NSAV videos. So we'll do another new video for another company because you're like, hey, why do you cover that? Well, if we think it's a halfway decent company, we're going to still come back and go over the news. We're not going to go and review the company because we already reviewed the website and the products, but we're going to go back and do a replay. If you want to go back to the website, we can go back and review that, but go ahead.
How about this take from Ben's 44? He says, NSAV, There is a billion reasons to own NSAV. Our acquisitions, crypto exchanges,
Mm-hmm.
metaverse projects, high crypto mining, and NFT marketplace are global enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
NSAV is on the way to becoming a household business empire. I believe our SP will surprise shareholders in the coming months. Totally bullish and buying money.
Again, like we said before, Rome's not built in a day. And as far as this has been holding where it's at, and you haven't seen a dramatic like half the, you're not below a penny, so obviously something's going on. But Rome's not built in a day, and you just got to be patient. These things, subs are like, they take time. They take time. They don't just flap out. They just don't blow up overnight. Sometimes, but just pay attention and do your DD. So it looks like Global Newswire says NSAV announces partnership with Uncharted expands presence in a 500 billion global metaverse market. This just popped on April 5th. It looks like it says April 30th, 2022, Uncharted is backed by Atlas Digital Entertainment, a subsidy of Atlas Entertainment, a top-tier film development and production company responsible for such films as The Dark Knight trilogy, also American Hustle, Dirty Dancing. No, I'm just kidding. There's no Dirty Dancing on there. Dirty John and the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984. The partnership with Uncharted expands NSAV's presence in the 500 billion global metaverse market. Guys, if they keep on popping news like that, this is going to be decent right here. Kagi, go into the twits where else you're seeing there, and I'll go into some of Douglas's take on the Facebook group, because I also will go into the frustrations of what people have. Go ahead.
How about this take from Albert Crude? He says, NSAV.
Crude, huh?
I have a sinking feeling people think that CX that's launching is the original to battle Coinbase. I'm 98% sure it's the one in the Philippines. I'm still fine to do. Don't sell your shares or I will scoop them up.
Yeah. That's the thing, is there's going to be vultures out there that if you're gonna panic and do that, you're just gonna lose out, and they're gonna grab your cheap stuff. There's people waiting there all the time. If you want to drop and just give up, just quit trading, dude. If you're frustrated, just quit, because there's ups and there's downs. And wouldn't you say there, Kage, like freaking, if you can't handle the heat, then you probably should just quit.
Yeah, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the oven.
Yeah, because I mean, this is gonna. Any deal you do, anything you do here is not easy. Yeah, sometimes you can have easy days, but you got to be able to take the heat, because it's going to be a long ride, especially in this in Brandon's world. And if you don't know what that means, then go get your Google machine and check that out. Uncharted is a dynamic metaverse game that hails human exploration of ocean unknown continents. As metaverse coins circulating in the Uncharted UNC can be used to trade, buy, stake, and rent various NFT properties. Meanwhile, players may use UNC to run DAO beyond the game and govern Uncharted together. The spirit of creation of sharing in Uncharted starts with a highly developed in its in-house gaming and drives development through modular component technology, exploring the infinite application scenarios of NFTs with community players, developers together. Uncharted will create metaverse-backed recognized NFT assets. Each NFT has a unique value, allowing players to fully enjoy the game. So what else would you say? I'm gonna have an interesting stat here in a second, but what are the other comments on the twits that you got?
How about this one from BS Codings? He says, NSAV, rocking like it should have done. Crazy, this guy has a lot of business here, and NSAV is the slowest of them. I'll hope this guy gets it all together and comes through.
That's not a bad point. Another component of NSAV and Uncharted partnership is the aim to explore infinite possibilities of NFT and creating infrastructures to subvert existing infrastructures for existing content and value sharing models of community co-creation, sharing mechanisms so that creativity value can thrive in the communities once again. New estimates show that global NFT market will exceed $40 billion in 2021. So that's something to look out for too. It's going to be interesting to see that. And as news comes out at that, you could see things popping or you could see things dropping. It just depends on how that goes. I would say lean to the I don't think there's going to be downfalls on the NFT. I only think there's more positive things, but that's just my humble opinion. So I'm going to go on to with what Douglas Morgan is saying. He had a post there on 7 hours ago as well. He said, NSAV unveils Black Hive, the next generation of home mining. Well, let's go in to see the link that he posted there. Let's see on here. It's on Global Newswire. He says, Hive is the next home mining POF proof of flow, the variety of selections of Hive's app crypto store. It'll expand a decentralized format. The new Hive's proof of flow mining has been replaced by POW proof of work and POS proof of stake, and makes new generation devices eco-friendly and power consumption friendly. The Power Technology team put over 1 year of work into the new device. So Kage, with this, there's too many things since we've covered this stock year after year, or sorry, not year after year, but month over month of what we covered, Kage, and they just keep on having these great acquisitions. Eventually, something's got to give, right?
Yeah, you have to be patient, and you have to know when to strike the iron when it's hot.
There's too much dollar-rooskies flowing in this, and too many relationships, and too much dough spent. If you've been doing your homework on NSAV, like Douglas has been doing, and the information that Douglas is sharing, see, Douglas knows. Douglas is a heavy hitter. This guy is on it. He's on the boards. He's working the boards 24/7. He's doing what he can to keep the morale up for shareholders and things like that. And we just need more Douglases. You know what I'm saying?
More positivity in the market is always a good thing.
Yeah, he sees the value there, and just some of the sour patches, they just got to see the value there. There's value. You just got to see it, and you have to be patient. Like I said with this one, Rome is not built in a day. Same with the rest of the. When you're in Pennyland, it's Pennyland, man. It's not in the above dollar ranges. So, and even that, in this Brandon world, it is what it is. What else you got on the twits there?
How about this one from DJ MFAO? DJ MFAO.
You got DJ Quick or what? We wish.
I kind of got dyslexic there for a moment.
No, you're good. I wish DJ Quick was there. He's a bad rapper. He's awesome.
Yeah. He says, NSAV, it amazes me that this stock is so unvalued. And everything hinges on sex decks and on. But it looks at the diversification that is happening each day. Try a little patience. The only ones that
all
are
you need is a
little
patience.
Manipulators.
That was my crappy.
Ride the wave.
Yeah, that was my crappy version of Axl Rose, though. So it looks like the interim CEO and senior vice president of cryptocurrency operations for NSAV and Silver Bear Capital partner stated they're very proud of the new generation of Hive products coming to the market. Look for very stylish and futuristic. The function has been upgraded. We love our users that can now mine crypto in style. And MNC is a centralized app that transforms and diversifies users to decentralized universe D apps, and is a playground that supports both creators, users, and access, and create link between present and metaverse to workflow and harmony. As blockchain environments are dominating the landscape in the next era to come, MNC believes that the token ecology is essential to the new access of era to operate in a decentralized economy. So he has that. And then he also has, Douglas Morgan also has the NSAV Dex lottery. They put on their coming soon. Something big is back. So they're working on NSAV Dex. So, and he has the picture of the post right there. So with all the information that we've covered and the current information there, Kage, what I'm going to say and what I would assume you would probably say is just patience and see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully it'll pan out. But
yeah,
this looks like it's very diverse in its investments, and this would probably be a safe bet for most people.
Yeah,
you don't want to hold long.
Yeah, so. you just have to see as far as it's definitely not one for somebody that's brand new that has no idea what they're doing. This is not on a promotion list currently. That's not saying it will show up, but this one is very volatile. At one time. It was above 5 cents, and then a lot of people got out. We had the 7 point marker. You had higher than that. Post after Brandon with the big Bitcoin jump, but we're just gonna have to see how this plays out. There's too many relationships in this company with other acquisitions and things like that to just write it off and go. If you're gonna go, and you're on the boards, I highly suspect. That you're suspectable and you're trying to grab cheap stuff is where I think you were trying to manipulate, wouldn't you there, Kage?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it was good looking into that one and the newest news that broke. And Doug, keep up the good work, man. You're killing it out there, and you're helping people get to know this thing. And it's a decent stock and it's a great community. It's like the Sundial Growers community, and what's the other one we like to cover? Oh. Gentech is another good community out there that's got some great traders, and your Phi Group. Phi Group is a great community of support people too as well for trading. So I'm out on this one, and I'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace. Okay, guys, the next stock we're going to talk about is SNDL. Now we have covered it when it was popping in the news. Last week it showed up on a pump and dump list. We are covering it again today because there's important news, and this is a popular meme stock. And we got to cover it, and meme is in a good way, not the bad way that the Alphabet News talks about. So SNDL is Sundial Growers. Smoke if you got them. Last tick was 0.5800 cents. You could see the year-to-date chart. Now, as you notice, Kage, as we were talking about before, this thing was in the 70 cents range, and then obviously the promotion list, and people took a run. They ran for the border. It kind of. I'm sure a lot of people are pissed off that this happened. So because we're not going to go into the website, you can go back to the other videos, but going into what would you say they do here, they're a licensed producer that crafts small batches of cannabis, state-of-the-art indoor facilities, and brand portfolios include Top Leaf, Sundial Cannabis, Palmetto, and Grasslands. Sundial also operates Spirit Leaf retail banner. The company was founded by Stanley Satwiak. Sorry if I butchered it. August 19, 2006, and is headquartered in Calgary, Canada. Now, before when we were covering it, they were talking about Alcana and some of your other deals there. What do you have from the twits? Because I'm seeing a lot of pissed off people on the boards.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too with some comments here and there, but I'm seeing a lot of bulls for this stock. I'm seeing like this one comment from Billy the Kid. He says, Sundial will do a huge share buyback after earnings. Your shares will become more valuable very soon. That is my prediction. That is how we get above and stay above $1. An Alcana deal will ensure the buybacks happen. They must do buybacks at a high level, or they won't be trading on the NASDAQ for long. It will come, and it will be big.
That's not a bad take. Investor's Place has a plug out here. I don't know what some people are going to feel about that. Leave it in the comments section because it will get you into the gas gift card giveaway. But I want to hear people's opinion about this article on if you guys think this is coming in hot or where your guys' takes are about this article. Investor's Place said there's still a good chance Sundial stock will reverse split. Buzz around the U.S. House of Representatives passing a more act that helped Sundial Growers pop in recent weeks. There's a good chance that if this bill was approved by the U.S. Senate and signed into law, it would directly help Sundial resolve its delisting issue. But the full passage is a long shot. Company shares will likely have to reverse split to avoid delisting and push it into a lower price. Cannabis stocks like Sundial Growers has become hot again. Sort of. The House of Representatives passing the marijuana decriminalization bill. SNDL stock on the other took a hard hit in the cannabis names have spiked in the price since March. In theory, if this bill goes through Congress and it is signed into law, it'll be enough to resolve the penny stocks delisting issue. In order to maintain the delisting of NASDAQ exchange, it'll trade above $1 per share for at least 10 trading days between now and August 8th. Yet, it's likely that this bill will make it through the U.S. Senate chances of it remain high to do a reverse split in order to keep its NASDAQ listing. A reverse split could put more pressure on shares, and the former meme stock will likely end 2022 lower, not higher. So that's what the Alphabet media says. Take it with a grain of salt. Could they be trying to hook up the people with the pom poms so they can get the cheap stuff? Possibility, or it could go the either way. Don't depend on Congress for anything because they're too busy trying to get reelected. Both sides, they're trying to kiss butt to all their constituents because, well, if anybody hasn't checked, the country is going to hell in a handbasket fast, and there's people pissed off. And it's not just with one party; it's people with all parties. Everybody is mad, so don't take, don't have any faith in them. What else do you get on the twits there?
How about this one from 11 Warriors? He says, SNDL. Lots of people here talking about Zach and SNDL.
That would be shit, Kage, shit.
Pump and dump, and RS coming, and blah, blah, blah. Please STFU until after earnings. Zach has made strategic maneuvers for Sundial to grow before and after legalization. Read the lines, then go back and reread to comprehend. Then go back and reread so you understand to educate the next idiot that comes along.
Too many. He's right. There's too many variables here. There's so many different variables, and his take is excellent there. He's not far off, and he's coming in hot and strong. And I would agree with what you just don't know. So. It says there's no surprise that Sundial shares have jumped 26% in the last in the past month. The recent passing of the More Act by House increases the odds of cannabis pot companies like this one are able to enter the U.S. market. The U.S. Senate passing this bill is similar to proposed by Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, who likely is another spike in SNDL stock around 62 cents today. Another 61% jolt is all it needs to make its way to $1 per share. With that, Sundial could be back into compliance with NASDAQ and kick the delisting can be down the road once again. If in turn to avoid a reverse split, there would likely be a downturn driver for shares. So what's the problem? Passage by the U.S. Senate has been past marijuana reforms bill before, and they can't even get a judge confirmed, and they take forever on everything, and they can't figure things out. So like I said, don't depend on the government, and don't depend for your future financing plans, is all I'm going to say. So what else do you got on the twits there?
How about this one from not participating? He says, SNDL. TFW, you realize that by continually buying while this stock dropped, then reverse split, then diluted to more buyers, Sundial got its $600 million cash on hand from your pockets.
That's not a bad take. I mean, it's sort of true. It's legit. So that's a good take. What else you got?
How about this one from Stetscorn 98. He says bullish SNDL. Where do all my legit SNDL players think we will bounce off at? I like the 3-month chart, and I'm hoping we see that uptrend continue. I have my eyes on the 0.52 mark. I already have a position in, however, I'm trying to average down more and think that is the lowest it'll go if it stays on the uptrend. What's y'all's thought?
The thought is here too is that Joe Manchin, according to the Hill, he's skeptical and on the fence about this, and then so is Jian Sheen. So that's two there, and then you could pretty much count a lot of your rhinos out and things like that, but you never know. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. Going forward, we'll just have to keep this in the news and come back to it. But like I said, don't depend on these guys. It's an election year, and especially on both sides, they're running with their tails between their legs. It's that bad. So I'm out on this one. We're just covering the news on this to see how it plays out. You got anything to add before we take off there, Kage?
No, I think this is one of those risque plays. I think just from
I said last week.
Everything that people got taken advantage of.
Yeah, well, I said last
right
week
where it's at right now,
if
I would probably be hesitant about getting in right now.
if you went back to our video last week, we warned about the pump up the jam because it was on a promotion list. So if you didn't see that part of the video where you saw it was pump up the jam time, there you go. You had your warning. So now it lost 30 cents since the 77. Since the 77, at least a week or two ago, it showed up on the promotions. So that's why you watch the show, so you don't lose your dough. So don't make it a dog show. And good night now.